In the last class we saw sansara bandha nimukti katham me syat kada vibho iti ya sudrudha buddhi vaktavya sa mumukshuta. While discussing about sadhana catuṣṭaya, that which began with vairagya, then viveka, shama, dama, adi satka sampati, and finally mumukshuta. Here we have seen in details how the intense desire me to be a free person. It's not like many people ask this question, does all religion lead to the same goal? You understand? So, does all religions lead to the same goal? Please don't ask this nonsense question, okay? Especially you people should not entertain this question. It is like all religion talks or preaches about peace. But why there is no peace in this earth? Tell me a single religion which does not preach regarding peace. So also, that does all religion lead to the same goal? Definitely not. Because we are talking moksha as goal, not going to heaven as goal. We are not talking about remote destination. We are not talking about the destination that is created sometime or other. We are talking about the destination that is now and here. That's why this person, when understands sansara eva bandha, the bondage is nothing but the samsara, sense of becoming. That's why I cannot run away from me. That's why I cannot go anywhere, but I need to look within me and constantly reflecting on this. And this such intense desire is to be called as mumukshuta. Continuing. uktasādhanayuktena vicāraḥ puruṣeṇa kartavyo jñāna siddhyartham ātmanaḥ śubham icchatā. Says, look, now uktasādhanayuktena puruṣeṇa vicāraḥ kartavyo iti. And why and how? He says, look, because śubham icchatā. Now, if you look at this point very carefully, that uktasādhanayuktena, the qualifications that we have discussed earlier. So the above ukta means the above said or whatever we discussed qualifications. What are they? Vairagya, viveka, shamadama adi satka sampatti and mumukshuta. So the person who is endowed with all these above said qualifications. And what are they? Please understand. So they are, we say, means for knowledge. They are not means for moksha. So they are not moksha sadhana. That you have to be very careful. This is the problem, okay, people go through. So meditation gives you moksha. Please, okay, at least if you have attended my class, you should not talk, okay? Meditation never gives moksha, okay? If a meditation gives moksha, so every mad person should become liberated, okay? Yes, meditation definitely is a means, not for moksha, for the preparedness of the mind, for the chitta suddhi, for the purification of the mind. That you have to be very clear and careful. But it does not give moksha at all. First of all, nothing should give you moksha. If it is being given, it will be taken away or not. So I am not interested in that getting moksha, even though we use the word. However, let us not get into too much. So all these sadhanas, all these qualifications, we consider them as means to knowledge. Not moksha, but means to knowledge, so that mind is prepared, mind is available for knowledge. Now, here it says puruṣeṇa. So puruṣeṇa means by person, not necessarily. Here is adhikari. Purusha means adhikari. So the one who is qualified, the person who is endowed with all these qualifications. So that means basically a seeker. So a seeker now starts dwelling upon or starts doing vicāraṁ. So the word vicāraṁ, 2-3 verses will go on this, is the most important verse for us. Because vicāra means many people translate as enquiry. The literal translation of vicāraṁ is called enquiry. Then you should do enquiry. So what enquiry you should do? So close your eyes, ask koham. Next verse is coming, don't worry, okay? So who am I? Who am I? Who am I? So after 20 years, what answer you will get? I am stupid. I am stupid. You will get only confirmation, nothing else, okay? However, here you have to be very careful. He says, vicāraḥ kartavyo. So kartavyo means is to be done. Vicāraṁ. So the word vicāraṁ we should hold as it is called vicāraṁ. If you want to not get into problem. But if you try to translate vicāraṁ means inquiry, you are in trouble. Actually, here vicāra means pramāna vicāra. So one word you have to bring it before called pramāna vicāra. So if you bring word pramāna vicāra, then absolutely no problem. So what is this pramāna vicāra? So what does it mean? Here we say that vicāraṁ, today in fact I have put in our post, what is vicāraṁ? So the vicāraṁ is the dialogue between Guru and Shishya. So what we translate here as that systematic analysis of scripture. So constantly reflect on the teaching of the scripture. So that means Guru Shishya Sambhada is called vicāraṁ. That one has to be very careful and clear. Why? Because already he used this word, uktasādhanayuktena. When a person is qualified, when a person is already having with all these qualifications, now goes to the acharya for what? Only for jñānaṁ. Not my child is not getting job, or I am not getting job, or how to get married, or how to do business, how to do this, how to do that. Please help me, to bless me. Huh? You understand? How to travel, how to not to travel, what to do, what not to do. I am in a problem. Please solve me, bless me. So that means, what does it mean? Definitely, I don't have qualification. Is it clear? Once the person has all these qualifications, the person will not have any other choice other than asking for the knowledge. So when the person asks for the knowledge, the teacher has to teach. There is no choice. But if the student is not qualified, but once in a while wants knowledge, that is not a student, is a dangerous person. So all this confusion that happens in the name of Vedanta all over the world, because of this reason. Person is not qualified. Puja Swamiji used to say this very beautifully, carefully. He used to say, he said, look, before coming to Vedanta, one is supposed to spend a lot of time in karma kanda. Must have done, or must have done lot of upasana. Without upasana, one should not come to Vedanta at all. It doesn't work. Because coming to Vedanta directly, it creates a lot of jerk. And karma yoga also. I can translate very rough way, selfless service, not for your benefit sake, okay? Oh, I work for me. That will not work Vedanta, okay? It never helps. So karma yoga, I am translating rough way, okay? But it works here. So karma yoga, because you people are now acquainted with the word, karma yoga means what? Doing karma with the prasada buddhi, with yoga buddhi. So what is that yoga buddhi? For others, okay? Not for me. Swamiji, somebody told me, Swamiji, you should have a prasada buddhi. I said, yes, true, thank you. What can I do, okay? Bhasmasuras in my life. So anyway, so here is that when uktasādhana, when a person is qualified with all these, let us say, qualifications, which starts with vairagya, now that person starts asking the teacher, now kaha moksha iti? So what is moksha? Now there the teacher has to teach. So this vicāraṁ, that is how you can see the condition or the consequences of Nachiketas and Yama. So Nachiketas went to Yamaraja. And if you observe that discussion, how it was being done carefully. Because this Nachiketas was having all the qualifications. And he was not a curious person. He was very stable. In fact, you can see, this is what? The moment you get an opportunity, what you do first? You show up, you prove. Does it happen or not? That means it shows very clearly you are not a qualified person, you are not eligible for Vedanta at all. Because showing off, proving is not a thing. In Nachiketa's case, what happened? You can see, the moment he got opportunity, so what boon he asked? He asked, let my father sleep well. And when I go back, he should be able to recognize. So he used the opportunity for the welfare of people. But whenever you get opportunity, what you do? Do you use for the welfare of the others, or to prove yourself, to establish yourself, or to destroy others? Just observe this. This is a very serious situation, okay? And with this attitude, now what teaching will happen? So vicāra will be inquiry, not teaching. You understand? So what inquiry you do? According to your convenient. So that's why many types of inquiry happens. Whereas vicharam will happen when I am endowed with all these qualifications. Now, again he says, for what? Śubham icchatā. This is the most important thing. Śubham icchatā means desiring the śubham, the most auspicious thing. Or I have translated here, desiring the best. So what is the best? Because a common person desires some money. Let my business grow. Let my girlfriend, boyfriend, child be happy. Let this happen. Let that happen. So all these desires, that happens when you, that is called śubham for you, auspicious. For a common person. I should have a house. I should have a bank balance. I should have a car. I should win this election now is going on in India, okay? You should see tomorrow morning, okay? All puja, tonight onwards, a lot of puja will continue, okay? And when they come to the counting booth, all these things, no, never goes to thing, but tomorrow you'll see all potu and everything, okay? Amazing. However, let us not get into. And here he says very carefully that śubham icchatā, desiring the best. Among all the desire, what is the topmost desire, the best desire? Called moksha. Under moksha, everything comes. If you are happy, it's a common language because happy is a very ordinary word, okay, now when we are talking about moksha. When you are happy, nothing matters to you. When you are unhappy, also nothing matters to you. Both way. So that's why you have to understand. So you need to process. And especially after the class also, spend some time to process. Not then class is over, okay, ciao, ciao. Then next day we'll see, okay? Anyway, Swamiji has to plan, Swamiji has to prepare. We have to switch on and listen, okay, whatever he talks, please. Nothing will enter, nothing will happen, okay? Then he says, fine, all these things. ātmanaḥ, so now the person desiring the best for one's own self starts reflecting on this teaching. And what is the teaching? Shastra as a pramana. That's why that vicharam to be done. And when it is done, for what sake? He says, jñāna siddhyartham. That means the purpose is here to gain the knowledge. So the purpose is not any other thing, to gain the knowledge. So jñāna siddhyartham. Now question may arise, okay, why you are highlighting jñānaṁ? Why not karma, upasana, other things? So always coming back somehow to jñānaṁ. Continuing. Notpadyate vinā, notpadyate vinā jñānaṁ.
Notpadyate vinā jñānaṁ.
vicāreṇānya sādhanaiḥ.
vicāreṇānya sādhanaiḥ.
yathā padārtha bhānaṁ hi.
yathā padārtha bhānaṁ hi.
prakāśena vinā kvacit.
prakāśena vinā kvacit.
So he says, gives an example first. So what he says? Yathā hi kvacit prakāśena vinā notpadyate tathā vicāreṇa vinā anya sādhanaiḥ jñānaṁ na utpadyate iti. So let us look at the verse, then we'll little go. Yathā hi, if we look at as it is the verse, just as kvacit padārtha bhānaṁ, the knowledge of any object does not take place how prakāśena vinā, na utpadyate, does not take place or is not produced. Prakāśena vinā, without the light. Without the light, the object of any knowledge, or knowledge of any object, better, knowledge of any object will not take place. You need light. In your house, there are 100 things. Do you see? You never see it. Only once in a while when your light falls, then you see it, everything, okay? So that means what? The darkness covers the object, even the object is there. Now he says, tatha, so also, vicāreṇa vinā, without vicāram, not without inquiry. That's why there is one group, okay? Tiruvannamalai group, okay? Remember this. So, ask, who am I? There are many, all Buddhist people also, they do inquiry, okay? What inquiry? Don't ask. And we are doing self-inquiry group. There are groups also, okay? Self-inquiry group. Which self? Book self or, then they will say, no, capital S, okay? What are the funny things you should see in the market, okay? However, he says, vicāreṇa vinā means without vicāram. What is vicāram here? Reflecting on the teaching of the scripture. Means without guru-shishya sambhada, without that vicāram, anya sādhanaiḥ, by any other means, jñānaṁ, knowledge, na utpadyate, does not take place or is not produced. How? Let us look at. Why this vicāram we are bringing to guru-shishya sambhada? First, self-study does not work. It has to be through guru-shishya sambhada. That is very clear. How? It's a simple thing. The banana that you buy from the shop and the banana that you get from the temple as prasadam, physically both are one and same or not? Both are bananas. There is no difference. But in reality, somebody has to be careful, okay? This is a class going on. So however, so when I say class going on, don't try to look at others, okay? I have noticing people, I am very frustrating getting, I should not say. Many people are here to observe others. Please, if you are interested to observe others, get out from the class. My sincere request. We don't need this set of students, okay? So don't try to pretend yourself that you are a student, okay? Good for you, good for everybody. However, be honest. I want some intellectual honesty, okay? Don't try to prove, don't try to establish how stupid you are. However, coming back. Because for one person's sake, lot of things changes, okay? What can I do when I look at, because I am watching all of you and try to read all of you. So based on that I talk. Okay, coming back. Say where I was, I lost the thread, okay? However, the banana that you get from market and the banana that you get from a temple as prasadam, physically both are one and same. But in reality, are they one and same? Definitely not. If you do not understand this much, that means you don't deserve to be in the class. This is my sincere request. Drop. Good for you, good for me, good for everybody. Or else it's a waste of time. So how there is a difference? Oh, Swamiji, both are one and same. Okay, thank you. That means you don't have any qualification, no God's grace, nothing is there. Just simply you are wasting your time. Same thing also. The word that you pick up from YouTube, the word that you pick up from books, the word that you do with the self-revelation, self-inquiry, and the word that comes from the teacher, there is a difference. So if you look at both are one and same, that's why I told you. The first example, again, you don't deserve to be in the class. It will not work. So here he says why and how. In the case of any object, like now I am holding, suppose, an object. Now there is a covering. So if you start doing any other, you do not go round my hand, will you able to see? No, you want to do meditation for 100 years. Will you be able to see? You want to do dhanam. Will it see? By any other means, it's not going to work. But definitely all these things required so that at least your likes and dislikes will come down, okay? You must do that first. But the object only you can see. Why? Because object is covered. Once the covering is removed, then object is available. You don't have to do anything. Is it clear? Now, I am always available. But there is a covering. And what is that covering? Covering is ignorance. Avarana. So the avaranam is, the covering is ignorance. Ajñānaṁ is avaranam iti. So then when ajñānaṁ avaranam iti, the covering itself is ignorance. What I need? I need knowledge, jñānaṁ, to remove. So once the ignorance is being removed, the object is self-evident. So that is what is being very carefully being presented. Yathā padārtha bhānaṁ prakāśena vinā kvacit iti notpadyate. As we see, yathā kvacit padārtha bhānaṁ prakāśena vinā notpadyate tatha vicāreṇa vinā anya sādhanaiḥ jñānaṁ na utpadyate iti. So that means knowledge is not going to produce anything, but without knowledge also I will not know myself either. So that means we say here jñānaṁ is not another means for moksha. See this point, okay? So Swamiji, I do little bit bhakti, I do little bit meditation, I do little bit hatha yoga, I do little bit this. Also, I do integral yoga. That is called integral yoga. Okay. So everything, this is called what you call multigrain biscuits, multigrain things. So this is called integral. Okay. So I integrate everything. So Swamiji, now I am perfectly ready. Okay. Thank you very much. So you need to go to some other group, not to us. Okay. Don't waste your time. However, here we say very carefully, jñānaṁ is only means to moksha. In fact, jñānaṁ is moksha. So until and unless, the first step is understanding that any other means you take, they are useful, they are helpful for Suddhi. But the problem here is most of the so-called people, they don't take the help of any other means. They don't stay in the ashram, don't do selfless service. I'm talking wrongly, but still it is useful here, okay? They don't understand the pain because don't use the word, oh, I am doing ashram selfless service. It's a wrong, technically wrong word, okay? So this is called, Christianity thinking. So selfless service, there is nothing called selfless service. Yes, I am doing karma with yoga buddhi. That's very clearly to be mentioned, or else it's a mess. However, now when I say, I'll take few more minutes extra today, sorry. When I say that when I look at myself that I am not endowed with all other, let us say, sadhanas, and I have not spent time in upasana, nor in karma yoga, nor anything, then what I will say, I will try to misuse and abuse jñānaṁ. Because for me, jñānaṁ becomes easiest method. Nothing to do, thinking, justifying, proving. That's why when a person comes to the jñānaṁ, must have this qualification or must be willing to do it. I notice, that's why I brought this topic. Notice, some of you do not come before chanting. So the moment time, 5 minutes before, you people do not come to the class. Moment it is on, okay, available. So you can see how the mind is sick, okay? Say, okay, somebody has got some issue, one day something is different, I understand. Each one has got your own problem, that is okay. Seeing the face I can make out, okay? Whether you are genuine problem or it is a laziness, letharginess or justifying. However, so how you can see the mind? Read yourself. Be honest. See a mirror. And especially without makeup, okay? So what is the makeup? Ladies cannot see their face without makeup, okay? So also every man also, means all men, means men, women both, must see without makeup. What is makeup? I am father, I am mother, I am this, I am that. These are the makeups you have. So remove all the makeups and try to see yourself. How ugly you look. How much you stink. And if you start seeing it, you will, I'm sure, there will be a change in your face. There will be a difference in your face. There will be a difference in approach. Then only you will understand jñānaṁ is means for moksha, and next step will be saying jñānaṁ itself is moksha. Then only we'll go to the next verse. We'll see tomorrow. Om